I know I'm not. The rest of the world might be, but I'm not. The biggest point I look at when the Packers are probably the best team or the second best team in the NFL. My biggest point is other teams' bad games, they can happen again. But the Packers' bad games, they seem like outliers. What do I mean? The Cowboys have had bad games because their wide receivers can get hurt, have gotten hurt. But there's a 100% injury ratio in the NFL. If you get hurt, that happens. We've seen Dak get hurt, CD get hurt, Amari, COVID, Tyron Smith, left tackle, got hurt, DeMarcus Lawrence, injuries. We've seen that happen. Cardinals, they've had some bad games because their quarterback was out. That's why they struggled. He got hurt. The Buccaneers, bad games, 2 Hall of Famers out. Antonio Brown injured before all the COVID nonsense. Rob Gronkowski injured. But the Packers' bad games came because of off-season drama. That's why they had a bad game week 1. Well, that can't happen again. We're in season. And then it happened because Aaron Rodgers had COVID. Now, unless we assume Aaron Rodgers is going to get COVID again and antibodies don't act as strongly or imminently in the manner in which we think, if we assume he's going to get COVID again in the next month or 2, the reason the Packers have had a bad game is not something that will happen again. We're sleeping on the Packers as Super Bowl contenders because we look at them and say, yeah, but man, they lost to the Chiefs. Yeah, but they got blown out by the Saints. Yeah, but they even lost to the Vikings. As I look at it, the reason the Packers have lost won't happen again, at least not nearly as frequently as the reason other teams have lost, a la the Cowboys, the Bucks, the Cardinals, etc. Packers are probably the best team in the NFC, Packers or the Buccaneers, in my humble opinion. So I do think we're sleeping on the Packers as Super Bowl contenders. You can go ahead and mark them in the NFC Championship game.
Mark them? Okay. I can't disagree with marking them in the NFC Championship game, but that's the problem right there. We're just leaking out our expectations for the Packers and Aaron Rodgers, and that's why people like me are sleeping on this team as truly being a Super Bowl contender. Not a NFC Championship participant, but a Super Bowl contender getting over that hump. So, me, others, leaking out our expectations basically is saying, I don't know if they're really going to get over the hump this year as well. Why? Because the best indicator of future behavior is past behavior. Yes. And last time I checked, Aaron Rodgers in NFC Championship games is 1-4. Let's talk about some of these NFC Championship games, right? Because he's been in the NFC Championship game 3 of the last 5 years. People, that's not a stat floating around much. But there's a narrative that, he comes up short because they were on the road. Well, last year they were at home and, There's another narrative. The defense is giving up so many points. Yeah, but in those games, let's look at the halftime score, shall we? 2016 versus Atlanta, the score is 24 Atlanta, 0 Green Bay. That ain't the defense. Oh, yes, it is. And it ain't the offense. No, it ain't. 0 points. 2019 versus San Francisco, the score is 27-0. That ain't the defense. Oh, yes, it is. But that ain't no offense. Yes, it is. Last year, Tampa Bay, 21-10. Aaron Rodgers, dog. I know you don't control the defense, and I see 24, 27, 21, but I also see 0, 0, and 10 when it matters most. That's what we're doing. We're just calling it like we see it. We're calling it like we saw it. And our expectations are maybe something will come up as a hiccup again. Because if you look at his record in the moments that matter most, sorry, he comes up short, bro.
But here's what's interesting, Sel. I feel like that argument is parallel to the argument of, LeBron James isn't going to win a championship because he loses more championships more often than he wins championships when in the championship game. 4-10, I believe his record is 4-6 out of the 10. So with that being said, it's like, but LeBron has a better chance of winning a championship because he's in the championship game. Aaron Rodgers has a better chance of being in the Super Bowl because at least he's in the championship game. Dak Prescott ain't been to no NFC championship.
No sure.
Matthew Stafford, quarterback for the Rams. Ain't been to no NFC championships.
No sure.
Kyler Murray, quarterback for the Cardinals. Ain't been to any NFC championships. Only quarterbacks for the NFC teams that are currently in the top flight playoff hunt, as I look at it, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, even Kirk Cousins. I'm not even sure they're still in the playoff picture after their most recent loss. Yeah, you got Jimmy G and the Niners, but they still just sputtering. Seahawks, they not in no conversation. So I would actually look at Aaron Rodgers and the fact that we know he'll be in the championship game as a positive to getting into the Super Bowl. If y'all look at it, man, who y'all gonna trust? Dak and the Cowboys? Don't trust that. I'm not trusting Washington and Taylor Heineke. He's only played in one playoff game. I'm not trusting the 6-6 49ers that are fighting off the Eagles to stay in the playoff picture. I'm not even trusting, I don't know, the Cardinals, as great as they look. So the fact that we know Aaron Rodgers is going to be in the championship game gives me a lot of confidence to say they are Super Bowl contenders.
No, I'm with you there because they used that against Peyton Manning, the great, early in his career. And I was always on the other side as well. And I could be on the other side with you in terms of, well, Aaron Rodgers is going to put his team in that position. Why would you bet against him? Or at least it's a coin flip. Or you got to start to believe in Aaron Rodgers. But the thing is, it continues to happen one way or the other. You could go back to NFC championship games where you can have moments and you're like, Aaron Rodgers, is it the special teams? Is it the defense? Is it you not scoring points? But whatever it is, it's a collection of issues. I found another interesting statistic about Aaron Rodgers and these Packers. Last 7 playoff losses, they played that team earlier that season in the regular season and lost to that same team every single year. Maybe this is the year because it ain't going to be the Saints that's going to beat them in the playoffs. The Saints ain't going to. And it's not going to be the Vikings if they make – it's not going to beat the Aaron Rodgers. So there's interest in the Chiefs, but that's the AFC. Point being, Aaron Rodgers is somehow, some way falling short in these moments. Even though he was an MVP last year, outperformed Tom Brady in their matchup, but still lost that game. I don't know. There just seems like there's always some activity for this team in terms of an issue. And whether it's the pinky toe, which I broke my pinky toe twice, I get it why he's not going to have surgery. What's that going to do for you? You can play with a pinky toe injury, even though it's going to hurt like hell. This team just needs to continue to roll. This team needs to get to that moment. But that moment of truth is going to be a moment of doubt because they know they've fallen short so many times in that moment.